Once again, I'm not back in New York yet. If you're just finding this channel, I live in New York. Usually we pick out places in New York to go explore, and I take you with me. Today we're still in Houston. I'm on summer break. Today we came to Buffalo Bayou Park. There's some good stuff to see here right next to downtown. One of the interesting things is the Cistern, which used to be the reservoir that held all of Houston's water supply. It was decommissioned in 2007, and then in 2010 it was turned into an art space. It's pretty cool. It's cavernous inside. You can only get in there on tours though. There's a skate park up here, playground's right down there, downtown's off in that direction. I've never been up here. I think this is on top of the cistern that I was talking about, and they built this field, turf field. Oh no, that's grass. That's real grass. And there's a pavilion over here, and this is all looking right down on the skate park. This lawn is nice. The pavilion is closed for a private event. It looks like an engagement. With all that work, I hope the answer is yes. Right off, we're at a playground. It's a pretty cool playground too. Buffalo Bayou is right over there, and downtown is right back there. There are trails all along the bayou down there, all through Buffalo Bayou Park here. I don't remember how many miles it is if you go all the way around, but 4, 6, something like that. That looks hot. Buffalo Bayou is right here. The playground where we just were was up on the hill over there. Now we're going to head this way to a different playground. Surprising number of fish in here. I have a little bit of a continuity issue here. So it's a different day, a few days later. I was here with my kids the first time, read about this place, they mutinied, refused to walk anymore, so we had to leave. So I'm back, and it's kind of overcast, rained earlier, but that's all right, we'll make it work. So let's go finish up this part of Buffalo Bayou Park. Now we're actually walking over to a park called Sam Houston, which is not technically in Buffalo Bayou Park, but it's right next to it, so. Now we're in Sam Houston Park. This is an interesting little park. It's right in between downtown over there and Buffalo Bayou Park that way. So Houston is not known for saving many historic buildings, but they have saved a few, and some of those have ended up in this park. They pick them up off their foundation, move them here, and we have this odd park with a bunch of historic buildings in it. So let's wander around. A couple of them are across the street, including that one, which I think is the oldest. It's marked 1821, and then there's another one over there that's not quite as old. Those are locked though. Nice skyline view from here. Houston skyline is probably my second favorite skyline after New York. Hey look, bathrooms. Get tours of these houses during the day. You just have to come during a tour time. There's definitely an interesting juxtaposition of these old houses and the skyline right behind them. Kind of neat, kind of weird. That's actually all the historic homes that are here. Park goes around a little bit further this way, so we'll finish the lap and then head back over to Buffalo Bayou Park. A lot more of these enormous oak trees. So we're under one of the main interstates right now, I-45. And you can see there's Buffalo Bayou and the highway is right above us. And now I'm cutting back over to this walking path that goes along Buffalo Bayou. I'm just gonna sneak through a place you're not supposed to. Now I'm trying to decide what the last little thing I need to show you is. I'm walking along the bayou next to downtown. Sam Houston Park is right over there. That's where the old houses were we just visited. So the bayou is an interesting phenomenon for those who aren't familiar with bayous as opposed to rivers. It's just a slow-moving body of water that empties out into the Gulf. But it's incredibly important when it rains a lot, because this is the way all the water gets out of here. So you can see the water way down there. But when it rains, this park is designed to flood, and actually the water comes all the way up to where I am, if not higher, and it's supposed to. So all the benches and stuff, all the infrastructure in this park is designed to get flooded and still be okay. That's why they're like metal benches, you know? Downtown's right there. If you follow the bayou around that way, it would eventually lead you to the Houston Ship Channel and out into the Gulf. Just around the corner that way is the top of downtown. That's where Allen's Landing is. Allen's Landing is the first port of Houston, really. It's kind of where the commercial shipping center of Houston began a long time ago. But all these trails go up and around and lead to downtown. And then if you go this way, which is the way we're going, they continue out down Buffalo Bayou. Up on the bridge back there, you might be able to see one of the light rail cars. Houston's light rail system's been in place since about 2003. Very few lines. If they're going where you want to go, it's very useful, but they don't typically go where you want to go, unless you're dealing with downtown. And, yeah. Anyway, Houston's had many opportunities to make it better, to expand the rail system and all that stuff, and they keep not. For some reason, the politicians in Houston don't want better mass transportation, or Houstonians just really like to sit in their cars in traffic. It's hard to say. The highway. I mean, it's not the prettiest section under all the freeway stuff, but it has some redeeming qualities. When you can see the bayou, when you can see the skyline. Hey look, it's art. This is the Sabine Street Bridge, which we crossed over and then went up towards Sam Houston Park. What's interesting is that along the bayou, there are lots of steps that go down to the actual water. People do canoe and kayak in here, and they do bayou tours. It's pretty cool. It's kind of wet and muddy today, but there's the bayou. Now we're back over by that playground where we started. We're on the pathway below the playground though. We'll walk out a little ways and then back. Buffalo Bayou Park is actually very large. This is actually a pretty quick tour of just a corner of it. It goes all the way from here down into what's called Memorial. The park itself goes up to Shepherd Drive, I believe. But again, we're just touching on the little corner by downtown right now. Hit the part of the trail with a lot of runners. So this park has all been redone fairly recently, and it was made more so that it could withstand all the flooding. It's pretty nice now, and honestly I haven't spent all that much time exploring it since they redid it. So there are all these little trails like that bridge right over there that who knows where that goes. All right, I'm gonna turn around now. Really all I'm seeing is runners anymore. So again, this is just one side of the bayou and this little corner of the park. There's a whole nother side of the bayou over there that's also the park, and then it goes up a couple miles that way. So there's a lot to see in here. Hopefully this has just gotten you started on Buffalo Bayou Park. Come and check it out. My recommendation is though, there's like a week in the spring and a week in the fall when Houston is absolutely beautiful. Otherwise, you might want to think twice about coming in the summer. Winter's not bad too if you don't like the cold. This is a pretty nice view. That's about it for what I can do for Buffalo Bayou Park. Remember, normally I live in New York and most of my content is about New York. So if you haven't seen my stuff and you like New York, be sure to check out Up to the East Side on YouTube. Catch up on all the episodes that are already there. Be sure to like and subscribe. Today I was in Houston, wrapping up my summer down here. I'll be back in the fall making all new content about New York. Look for new episodes every Friday then. I'm having fun doing this. I'm glad I got to bring some Houston into it as well, even though it's hot. All right, I'll see you next time back in New York.